והגית בו יומם ולילה, ולא כתוב והבנת בו יומם ולילה. אם תבין, תבין, ואם לאו, שכר הלימוד בידיך. והראיה מספר הזוהר, שאף על פי שאינו מבין, הלשון מסוגל לנשמה. קטע מספר 22. ומי שלא זכה להבין הזוהר, אף על פי כן ילמד. כי הלשון של הזוהר...
One who has not been rewarded with understanding the Zohar should nevertheless study it, because the language of the Zohar purifies the soul.
ומי שלא זכה להבין הזוהר, אף על פי כן...
One who has not been rewarded with understanding the Zohar should nevertheless study, because the language of the Zohar purifies the soul.
קטע מספר 23 מתוך שיחות הר"ן. ידוע שלימוד הזוהר מסוגל...
Item 23, שיחות הר"ן. It is known that the study of the Zohar is very, very beneficial, and one should know that by studying the Zohar one receives a yearning, and the holy language of the Zohar awakens one towards the service of the Creator. 24. Adir B'Marom. Until the time of the assembly, although they were connected with the covenant between them, but because it was temporary, it was called a covenant in one column, meaning one tie. And now, Rashbi wished to connect them to the second tie, to have a strong and fast connection, and the correction that will result from them will be a great correction. Already these 10 friends were truly connected in their root, in the 10 chasadim of Abba ve'Ima, as stated by the words of our holy Ari, and Rashbi was the Yesod itself, the foundation that connected them. Now, in this correction of the assembly, the covenant was tightened with 2 ties, and from there on there is no Satan or an evil blemish.
שוב, אנחנו לומדים היום מכרך ד' בספר הזוהר, בעמוד 377, פסקה נדר ושבועה, מספר 401. שוב, כרך ד' בספר הזוהר.
We remind all the friends that we do not use cell phones during the lesson, except for friends on duty who have been authorized. Anyone who wants to ask a question, please stand up, hold the microphone close to your mouth, and speak clearly. Also, Rav changed the study materials for this lesson, so we don't have them currently, the translation. And we'll do our best. All right, it'll be Mishpatim, Ordinances, item 401.
מבוסס על סדרת ספרי זוהר לעם. ניתן להוריד את הספרים באתר קבלה לעם.
This lesson is based on the lessons of Zohar for everyone.
אנחנו קוראים בספר זוהר לעם.
We're reading from Zohar for everyone, from Mishpatim, item 401, a vow and an oath.
And as usual, during the reading of the Zohar, we'll try to hold ourselves together because the upper light works specifically on the connections between people.
A vow and an oath. The oath of the Creator is divinity, the only daughter. It is with good reason that they determined that three people break an oath, for it is the Shin of Shabbat, where the three branches of the Shin are three patriarchs. Chagat, and the thick line that connects the three branches from below is the only daughter, an oath that partakes in the three branches in the Shin. Malchut is called an oath when she is connected with Chagat de Zerampim, who, above his chazeh, is the fourth leg of the upper throne. This is what the Shin of Shabbat implies. Hence, three people, corresponding to Chagat, can break the oath. 402. The oath applies only to something that is real. A vow applies even to something that is unreal. Vows are more important than oaths, because anyone who takes an oath swears in the king himself in Malchut, while one who makes a vow, it is as though he vows in the king's life, Binah, from which life, Mochin, extends to Malchut. In Gar, Chokhmah can shine without clothing of Chasadim, but in Zat, Chokhmah does not shine without Chasadim. The oath applies only to something that is real, because the oath, Malchut, that extends Chokhmah above Chazeh de Zerampim, is fourth to the patriarchs and does not exist there for lack of Chasadim. Instead, she must descend from the Chazeh and receive Chasadim from Yesod de Zerampin to clothe the Chokhmah in them. And then the oath applies, meaning exists. This Masach of Yesod, which extends Chasadim, is called something real, Aviut, thickness. But a vow, which is Binah and Gar, applies even to something that is unreal, which does not need a Masach for bestowal of Chasadim, since in Gar, Chokhmah can shine even without Chasadim. 403. The one who each day and always renews the act of creation will innovate innovations for us, since there is nothing new under the sun, Zerampin. However, there are innovations above the sun. In the secrets of Torah, for the Lord God of hosts is a sun and shield, there are shining and protecting even under the sun in the world of Atzilut, and not in the three worlds, Bia, where there are the klipot that deny his uniqueness. And even though God has made them one opposite the other, meaning that the klipot are the work of God, since from out of the darkness the klipot comes out light, by people overcoming them, they are still regarded as the world of the uneducated. And the light of the sun, Zerampin Atzilut, does not extend to protect them. 404. The next world, Binah, above the sun, is the middle pillar, Zerampin. For this reason, vows from there are more important than an oath and apply to something that is unreal, in which the Masach does not extend Chasadim. And because an oath, this world, Malchut, exists only on Yesod, which carries the Masach de Chasadim, which is real, as it is written, a righteous is the foundation of the world. It follows that it applies only to something that is real. 405. We swear by Yesod, as it is written, as the Lord lives, lie down until the morning. Yesod is called living, the bottom divinity, which is called the western wall. Malchut is its dwelling place, since it is mound to which everyone turns. A wall comprises the letters Chav Taf, Tav Lamed, Kotel. Havaya, Zerampin is 26 in Gematria. Divinity is certainly the mound of Zerampin, after the verse, his locks are curled and black as a raven, where on every curl there are mounds over mounds of laws. The Dalet of Echad is a mound to which everyone turns, Malchut. The tip of the Dalet is Yesod, which distinguishes her from the shape of the Resh, gripping between the Aleph Chet of Echad, Zerampin, and the Dalet of Echad, Malchut, as it is written, for everything that is in the heavens and the earth, for everything is Yesod, clinging to Zerampin, the heaven, and to Malchut, the earth. 406. The world stands on the Yesod, the foundation, on a pillar whose name is Tzaddik, righteous, as it is written, a righteous is the foundation of the world. He is the covenant of the oath Malchut, since the Aleph Chet Dalet stand on him, the heaven and earth, as it is written, if my covenant be not day and night, I have not put the ordinances of heaven and earth. Aleph Het are heaven, Zerampin and Dalet is earth, Malchut. 407. The covenant, Yesod, is gripped between heaven and earth, Zon, and in it is the oath, Malchut. It is written about it, as the Lord lives, lie down until the morning, since the oath depends on Yesod, who is called living. One who swears in his name in vain, it is as though he destroyed the structure of the heaven and earth and reverted the world to chaos. For if a person removes the tip, Yesod, from the Dalet of Echad, Malchut, it will leave Acher, Sam, in whose place there is falsehood. It is as though one builds heaven and earth on falsehood. Truth stands and a lie does not stand and will ultimately be revoked. Thus he destroyed the building, and the heaven and earth fell. 408. One who swears falsely, it is as though he threw the glory of Israel from heaven to earth. Divinity is earth, and Tiferet, glory, is heaven. He did not part from it even in her falling, to keep in her the words, I am the Lord, it is my name, and I will not give my honor to another. Truth, Zerampin, fell with her, as it is written, and truth shall be cast to the ground. Thus, the cause of Malchut's fall also causes the fall of Zerampin. This is why one who swears in vain causes the fall of heaven and earth, and one who swears in truth keeps the verse, truth shall grow out of the earth, the middle pillar, Zerampin, which is called truth, in which the building stands. Thus, the construction of heaven and earth is established on truth. 409. And because the oath is the structure of this world, Malchut, it cannot exist without Yesod, without something that is real, which carries the Masach on which the Zivug of Chasadim comes out. A vow is the next world, Binah. It is higher than an oath and applies to things that are unreal, since Binah does not need a Yesod on which to exist, a covenant, in which there is coupling, since in Gar, the Chokhmah does not need Chasadim to clothe in. This is why on Yom Kippur, which is the next world, Binah, in which they set up the Kol Nidrei, the coupling is forbidden, because the vow is from Binah, and there is no Zivug, the Yesodot, in Binah. 410. The letter of the covenant, Yod, is in Binah, Yesod Binah, the crown of a book of Torah, which is a tzaddik, Yesod Zerampin. There is neither eating nor drinking in the next world, nor is there coupling. Rather, the righteous sit with their crowns in their heads, on their heads. 411. Because there is no use of this world, Malchut, in the crown on the head of a tzaddik, which applies only in Binah, all who use the crown pass away from the world. This is so because the crown in this world is below the yesod and is not on the head of the tzaddik. The points are for using the letters, but in the next world, Binah, there are no use for the letters, which imply to zone. For this reason, there are no points, punctuation marks in letters in a book of Torah, but tags that extend from Binah, and they are a crown at the top of the letters, which are zone. For this reason, one who uses a book of Torah passes away from the world, and so they say of one who studies the laws, that one who uses the crown passes.
If there are any questions, you're welcome to ask.
למה אתה אומר שיעור בוקר?
Why do you say that the morning lesson and that the Zohar lesson is not as important as the morning lesson? You should be in the lesson of the Zohar lesson, but morning lessons, you really need to be in the morning lessons, and if you're not in the morning lessons...
Because that was the custom with my rabbi, with the Rabash. All right? That's it. Later on, you'll understand further. Please continue.
Barn and winery, 413. Moses, the loyal servant, a Hebrew slave, is upon you. It is written, you will surely give to him. You will give to him means give to his sons these hidden things. And from your threshing floor, in the threshing floor of your Torah, and from your winepress, in the barn and winery, the verse speaks as the authors of the Mishnah taught. The verse speaks of the waste of barn and winery. A barn is a male zerampin. The waste of the barn is dinim dechura, the male dinim, which extend from the shuruk. A winery is nukva, malchut. The waste of the winery are dinim de nukva, the female dinim, which extend from the chirik. 414. Yekev is an acronym of Yehud, Kedusha, Beracha, of the Creator. Divinity, Malchut, is the Creator's blessing when she is on the right, Chasadim. She is the Creator's Kedusha when she is on his left, in Chokhmah, and she is the Creator's unification when she is in the middle line. The letters of the Creator add up to the number 112, the letters of Yekev. The Creator has the number of 112 because the Creator is Zerampin, and Nukva is the calculation of Zerampin. 415. One who is proficient, meaning who is the letters Yekev in this law, in divinity, the Creator is with him. Since thanks to it, he will never move from him. There is a law that is a maiden, serving her on the part of the lad, Matat, in Bria. It is said that the law about her is as is concerning her maiden. However, it is a law of Moses, of which it was said, it is a law to Moshe out of Sinai, that the Creator gave you his daughter, divinity, by himself. 416. This is why it is written about other laws, many daughters have done nobly. It is written about your law, but you excel them all, meaning she prevailed all of them with Gvura. The Lord is with you, you mighty man of valor. Be corrected in you and complete the king's construction. Divinity, since he builds his building by you and through you. 417. Moshe started and said, the angel that redeems me from all evil is divinity, of whom it is written, and the angel of God journeyed, will bless you in the next world Binah, and may they grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth, in this world Malchut. That is, may your governance be in the two worlds where you live. My name is from this world Malchut. It is called living, as it is written, she is a tree of life to them who hold her. Life is in Binah. Life here is in Malchut. 418. But one who is not clothed in shells of skin and flesh, bones and tendons of the lowly body, where the spirit is dead, is like a dead person who does not see, does not hear, does not speak, and has no motion in any of his organs. The spirit does not see what is above it. We learn about them, know what is above you. The eye sees, the ear hears, and all your deeds are written in the book. 419. Several angels go with him, as it is written, for he will give his angels charge concerning you, and he has no authority in this body, to look at them and to hear their voices. For they are animals of fire, speaking, sanctifying, and blessing both the Creator and Israel. It is all the more so for divinity, which is over them, and even more so for the Creator, who is above divinity, in which he receives the prayers of Israel. 420. For the iniquities, they would clothe in these klipot like a man that the iniquities of their fathers are in their hands, gripping the acts of their fathers in their hands. 421. In the future, it is written, your teacher will no longer hide himself, but your eyes will behold your teacher. It is so because when you are in this world, Malchut, and have no shells or skins, you have permission to look at the people of the world, and the people of the world are permitted to look at you. This is why it is said about you that you are alive and that your world is the world of the living. However, this lowly world is the world of the dead, because except for the Creator, the gods of the nations of the world are all dead.
As much as we listen or not, understand, are moved or not, it doesn't matter. The main thing is to be prepared, to be under the care of the light that reforms, and we very much want it to affect us, to connect us together, and all the others who are for now not physically here with us, but we pray for everyone. Watching through the windows, 422. Rabbi Shimon said to Moshe, although you cannot look at the people of the world with eyes and not with angels, it is even more so with the Creator and His divinity. However, you see everything with the mind's eye of your heart, the people of the next world, the angels, and the Creator and His divinity who surround you. This is why Shlomo, of whom it is written, for he was wiser than all men, said, my heart has seen much wisdom with the mind's eye. 423. Yet in prophecy, a prophet has no permission to look in it with the mind's eye, but with the eyes, which is a sight and a vision of the eyes, as it is written, I shall make myself known to him in a vision. And moreover, in a night's vision, a vision during the day, a sight is at night. Everything is in the eyes and not in the mind's eye of the heart. Also, the two eyes are the two mediators of the heart, mediating between the evil inclination in the heart and the man, and serving him, while he is the king between them. For this reason, a wise man who sees with the eyes of the heart is better than a prophet who sees with the eyes. Also, the two ears are two servants of the heart. 424. For this reason, the heart sees, the heart hears, the heart understands, and the heart knows. As it is written, and in the heart of every wise-hearted I have placed wisdom. Thus, wisdom, intelligence, and knowledge are in the heart, for in them the heaven, the earth, and the deeps were made, and in them was the tabernacle made. 425. Moshe, in whom it is all in his heart, saw more than a prophet. It is even more so with your thought, which is endless. With it, you will look at He in whom there is no end, that you were initially forbidden to look at with the eyes, as it is written, you shall see my back, but my face shall not be seen. 426. The foolish-hearted are dead. They are blind in those shells of the body. But for you, they are of no importance whatsoever. They do not separate you from the Creator and His divinity, or between all those who are in the next world and the angels. For so He will come to you with those windows of the eyes, the ears, and the hollows in the nose and the mouth, as a king who secretly comes into hidden rooms to speak with his son. This is why Israel pray in their prayer, "You search all innermost parts, see the mind and the heart, and nothing is hidden from you." 427. This is why Shlomo said, watching through the windows of the eyes, the ears, the holes in the nose and the mouth. By these 7 holes, the soul rises in 7 kinds of perfumes. Also, the prayer rises in these 7 kinds of perfumes, which are spikenard, turmeric, bamboo, cinnamon, with all the trees of incense, myrrh, and tents with all the heads of the perfumes. During the prayer, it rises so, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense. The Creator asks about her, "Who is this who comes out of the desert like pillars of smoke perfumed with myrrh and frankincense? Who is this? Is from the side of me, Binah, comprising 7 kinds of perfumes, her Chagat Nehi, which illuminate in scent, illumination of Chokhmah." 428. This Shema reading comprises the 50 gates in Binah, which are 25 letters in Shema, reading of the morning, and 25 letters in the Shema reading of the evening. They consist of 7 blessings. At dawn, 2 are before it, and 1 is behind it. In the evening, 2 are before it, and 2 are behind it. These are the 7 Sfirot, the great Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod. For everything that is in the heavens and the earth, Yesod, up to yours, O Lord, is the kingdom, Malchut, comprising 3 perfumes. Incense of myrrh is Keter, frankincense is Chokhmah, and every dust of the merchant is Binah. Love. Questions? We're making an effort to hold on together and to anticipate the reforming light, and that works. Every word, every moment, more and more and more. It's like getting medicine. Please. You shall not follow the masses in doing evil. 429. You shall not follow the masses in doing evil, nor shall you testify in a dispute, so as to turn aside after a multitude in order to pervert. Turn aside after a multitude in order to pervert. There is no multitude of less than 3. If there are no courts of 3, it is forbidden to follow its sentence. The court is divinity. 3 are the 3 animals of her Merkava, Chagat. Divinity is called the law of the Torah, the true law, where the middle pillar, the Ampin, is called truth, and divinity is his din, judgment. Any judge that does not judge truthfully, it is as though he made some govern the world. As it is written, and truth shall be cast down to the earth, meaning the Ampin, who drops divinity with him. He raises hell, Sam's partner, along with Sam. In a place of true judgment, he establishes the language of falsehood. A true judgment is the middle pillar, the language of deceit, hell, and Sam. 430. For this reason, when the judge judges, hell is open before him on the left, Sam's mate, and a sword is on his throat, which is the angel of death. Sam is behind the neck, the Garden of Eden is open to his right, and the tree of life is open before him on his head. 431. If he sentences falsely, the angel of death governs him and slaughters him, then burns him in hell. If he sentences truthfully, the Creator brings him to the Garden of Eden and gives him a taste of the tree of life, of which it is written, and he shall take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. It is the forever that is created in the Torah, of which it is written, "She is a tree of life to them who hold her." The tree of life is Tiferet, and his life is Chub, the life of the king. 432. The sentence of Malchut is always din, always judgment. The din is in the heart. As we learn, the heart sees. This is why the judge has only what his eyes see. Also, there is no judge but the Creator. What his eyes see, for the eyes of the Lord wander. His eyes are on the ways of a man. 433. Watching through the windows means through man's 7 holes, the 2 eyes, the 2 ears, the 2 holes of the nose and the mouth. Thus, the 7 sfirot of Upper Ima, this is how he looks at his ways with 7 from the perspective of the lower divinity. With the 2 hands and the neck, which are 3, with a body and a covenant, Tiferet and Yesod, which are 5, and with 2 legs, thus 7. These are the 7 sfirot of the lower divinity, the 2 letters of the name Yud Hei, Gar, with the filling of Yud Vav Daled Hei Aleph, which are 7 letters. Through these 7 letters of his, he looks at the 7 holes of the head. They are called holes after the female, Upper Ima, whose holes are open to receive. The 2 letters Vav Hei in the Guf are the lower divinity with their letters of filling, Vav Aleph, Vav Hei Aleph. They are 7 letters, and in these 7 letters of his, he looks at the 7 organs below: hands, neck, body, circumcision, and legs, which are the correction of the body, in which there is the making of the mitzvot. 434. The wife of the Ampin, divinity, is similar to a body from which the body of the lower man extends. It is called organs, 248 organs, after the mitzvot, and it is called body after divinity. This is so because on the other side there is no body but only clothing, which is, as it is written, "Clothe me with the skin and flesh and knit me together with bones and sinews." In a place where there is no divinity, it is not considered the body of that lower man, but it is called man's clothing, the ampin. The Torah is called man, as it is written, "This is the law, the Torah. Should a man die in a tent, and as it is written, as the beauty of a man to dwell in the house." In a place where there is a commandment, divinity, it is called the body of the lower man. Man's body is like the bodies of laws and sentences, which are the names of divinity. 435. A judge, an arbiter, an officer, and a ruler. The Creator is a judge. The middle pillar, the Ampin from the side of Binah, the Mochin Degar that extend from Binah, which is Havaya, is called a judge. An arbiter is considered from the side of Malchut. An officer is a ruler, as it is written, and Yosef is the ruler. All the Sfirot are judges on the part of Upper Ima, Binah, in whom there is the Mochin. Tiferet, which extends from her, is a judge, and all the Sfirot are included in it. These are officers on the part of Malchut, in whom there is the domination, and the righteous policing and ruling from there. If there's anything to ask, go ahead. Nothing? Oh, yes, please.
What is this signal, a sign of a good sadhana, a good workshop?